What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the BTFL Transfer Centre, your daily home of Liverpool transfer news, Premier League rumours, confirmed on deals, BTFL deals to watch, and we've got plenty to get through today. So let's get right into it. The first one, Liverpool are up for sale. That's what FSG have told us. Let's get into this big Liverpool news. A consortium led by British Indian millionaire businessman Amit Bhatia has expressed an interest in buying a minority stake in Liverpool Football Club. So Bhatia is the son-in-law of the Indian billionaire businessman Lakshmi Mittal, the steel tycoon. So they owned a share of QPR. They bought it 18 years ago. Wow, I can remember when they bought it actually. They have had it for 18 seasons, and yesterday afternoon they stepped down and sold their share so they could invest in Liverpool Football Club. So let's read the statement out that FSG have done. An investment consortium led and managed and represented by Amit Bhatia has expressed an interest in making a strategic minority investment in Liverpool Football Club. That minority investment have been rumoured to be around 10%. So what are Liverpool valued at the moment? According to Financial Times, Liverpool are valued more than 4.5 billion. So if they have 10%, if they buy 10% stake of Liverpool Football Club, that would be £450 million invested in Liverpool Football Club, or FFG. FSG has previously sold a minority stake in Liverpool Football Club in 2023, really. At that time, they sold it to investment firm Dynasty. Dynasty brought between 82 million and 163 million in 2023. They put up between 82 and 164 million. That was the bankroll, the main stand, the Anfield Road, and the Kirby new training ground. So that money was put back into the club by redeveloping the main stand, the Anfield Road, and the club's new beautiful training ground in Kirby. So who is Amit Bhatia? So he's a former investment banker who works for Morgan Stanley, has worked for Morgan Stanley on Wall Street before becoming an entrepreneur. At the moment, he runs and owns a construction company. You guessed it right. Helped by his father-in-law, Lakshmi Mittal, because he's a steel tycoon. And he bought the most expensive house in the UK, next to the Buckingham Palace. So he married Lakshmi Mittal's daughter in 2004. At that time, it was the most expensive wedding of all time, costing £41 million. Was an all-time her record. It went into the Guinness Book of Records, that wedding, to Vanisha Mittal, Lakshmi Mittal's daughter. So the Mittal family, Lakshmi Mittal, is worth 22 billion. So he can afford Liverpool Football Club without a shadow of a doubt, and they know that. I think FSG will probably soon sell Liverpool Football Club. You know what happens with these owners? The way the Cronkies took control. So they take a bit of a share first, then they will take another share. They slowly was trying to take shares. The Glazers and also the Cronkies done the same to Arsenal and United. They keep on buying little bits. And then they'll force a sale. So what does that mean for Liverpool Football Club? That is great news. More investment, more money to invest in infrastructure, in the academy, and hopefully transfers, because at the moment it has been absolutely dead. Every single club has bought someone or is rumored to buy someone, but Liverpool Football Club have had no news at all in the last couple of weeks. So let's move on to transfers. David Ornstein has said Bradley Barcola might move. Arsenal are interested in Bradley Barcola, but PSG are saying that he's not for sale and want him to sign a new contract. As you're probably aware of the previous BTFL Transfer Centre's videos regarding Bradley Barcola. Mohamed Sissoko, his agent, has tried to negotiate a new contract with PSG for between 12 and 18 months now. PSG have not really listened to his agent or Bradley Barcola. So Bradley Barcola wants out. He doesn't want to sign a new deal at all. We were rumoured that Arsenal have put in a £65 million bid, but I don't believe he'll go and he will leave PSG for that cheap. They're just saying that they don't want to sell him, but they want to get at least 100 million out of Liverpool or Arsenal. As Arsenal lost the race to Morgan Rogers, I've always said Arsenal are interested and probably will be interested in Bradley Barcola, and they probably can afford the 100 million also. The third Liverpool rumour is Djed Spence from Tottenham Hotspur. Liverpool are seriously looking to sign Tottenham's Djed Spence. De Zerbi is not interested in keeping Djed Spence. He's already got Andy Robinson from Liverpool Football Club on a free. So he's happy to part ways with Djed Spence. Djed Spence can play left back, right back. He was linked with Inter Milan, but Inter Milan have put in a bid for 35 million, and Tottenham are at least looking for between 45 and 51 million pound. This is the BTFL deal to watch. I would love to have Djed Spence at Liverpool. He can play left back and right back. What did Areola say in his press conference yesterday? He said if we have, and he's going to be the main man at right back, would be Connor Bradley. But if you can't get Connor Bradley fit, we are looking for a right back, and Djed Spence will be the right back for Liverpool, I believe. So this is the BTFL This is the BTFL deal to watch. Djed Spence to Liverpool Football Club. The other rumours, and it has been denied, is there was interest or rumours in Saudi Arabia that a Saudi Arabia club was potentially exploring to sign Alisson Becker from Liverpool Football Club, but sources have denied that. So Alisson Becker has got 1 year remaining on his Liverpool deal. Liverpool do not want to sell him this summer, so he'll probably go for free next summer with Virgil van Dijk. So this will probably be Alisson Becker's last season at Liverpool Football Club. So that's the rumours. That's the Liverpool transfer rumours. Now let's go to the US tour. There's 3 players that will not join Liverpool Football Club and the first team squad on the US tour. That will be Virgil van Dijk, Cody Gakpo, and Alisson. They've been given extra rest by the club and by the manager. So after the World Cup, so they're not expected to travel all the way to the US for the US tour. Academy news. As I reported yesterday, Chris Dowling will be leaving Liverpool Football Club, the head of youth academy, or head of the academy recruit. Liverpool want Man United's Connor Hunter to replace him. So Liverpool are willing to get Connor Hunter away from Man United. He's currently Man United's academy recruit. We made some signing today. We made a wonderkid signing, a 70-year-old Colombian, an attacking midfielder, signed from Atletico Nacional. He will join in 2027. He helped Colombia win the Under-17 South American Championships. So Liverpool are continuing to invest in the future. I'm going to actually make a video about this. I'm going to make a video about all the youth team players that cost under 20 million that Liverpool signed. Liverpool are really investing in the future. So let's go into another story. McAllister father has said, "We've not spoken to no one because yesterday he was linked to Real Madrid. There was rumored his agent offered Real Madrid McAllister, but his dad has refused that rumor and said we've not spoken to anyone or no one." That's the end of the story. So that's all the Liverpool transfer news and rumours. Let's go into the Premier League rumours, and the Premier League has been very, very busy. Bayern Munich won from Verbruggen from Brighton. The Dutch international has played a really, really good World Cup. The best performance he had was against Morocco. He made a lot of saves. The young Dutch international from Verbruggen, Bayern Munich are interested in him because they want him to replace Neuer in goal. So that would be a very, very good signing for Bayern Munich. But as you're aware of, Brighton, if you want a Brighton player, they don't come cheap. So probably worth at least 60 million. The next Premier League rumour is Ipswich Town have won the race to sign Celtic forward Daizen Maeda after reaching agreement for £10 million. Can you believe that? With the Scottish champ. So he's been leaving Celtic and he'll be going to Ipswich Town for 10 million. You know how many goals he scored for Celtic? 79 goals. So that it will be a bargain for Ipswich. The biggest transfer rumour is Summerville, the West Ham winger. West Ham and West Ham and Al Hilal have reached the deal for the 24-year-old Dutch international winger for £60 million, 70 million euros. Al Ahly have agreed. You know who is going to Al Ahly? Michael Edwards. No wonder. This will be a great deal for Al Ahly, but the question is, why is Crysencio Summerville, a 24-year-old, leaving the Premier League or the Championship, and why is he going to Saudi Arabia? I know he'll be paid the same amount probably as Ivan Toney, £300,000-400,000 a week. That's life-changing money for a 24-year-old. But you know what happened to the Aston Villa ex-striker? What was his name again? And what was his name? That is I forgot his name. Ex Aston Villa striker to Saudi League. Joan Duran. You know how many players? You know how many teams he's gone to Benfica on a season-long loan deal from Al Nassr. So Benfica will be paying 5.1 million loan fee, and they can buy him on a permanent deal for £25 million at the end of the season. So John Duran, after he left Aston Villa, He left Aston Villa for 71 million in January 2025. That is absolutely mad. So that it seems like that is the same deal. John Duran, the same deal Crysencio Summerville is doing. So John Duran made a lot of money going there in January 2025, going to Al Nassr. So I can only imagine what kind of wages John Duran took to go to Saudi. But ever since he left Aston Villa because he was flying, he's only 22 years old. He had 7 clubs already. He's going to Benfica on a loan with an option to make it permanent for 25.5 million, and the loan fee will be 51 million. So it'll be 30 million, but Al Nassr bought him for 71 million. So they lost 41 million plus probably his wages. His wages must be on like Ivan Toney kind of wages, 300 grand tax free a week. So West Ham bought him for 20 million. West Ham bought him for 25 million from Leeds 2024. So they'll make a 20 million pound profit. So that's a good profit for Summerville. So they already sold the midfielder Fernandez to Tottenham for a big amount of money. Now they're going to sell Summerville to Al Ahly. And the club captain, Gerald Bowden, said he's staying and he wants to get West Ham up to the Premier League. So it seems all well and done. Because at the moment, or previously, West Ham were losing between 400 and 500,000 a day. I'm actually going to make a video about West Ham and their financial problems. So the next rumour, John Stone is rumoured to go to Chelsea, and I can see this transfer happening. He was previously linked yesterday at the BTFL Transfer Centre with Arsenal. But I don't think Arsenal will probably... Chelsea are more likely to sign John Stone. You know why? They need experience in centre-back. They've got Gerald Hatto. They've got a couple of other young centre-backs. So John Stone would be perfect for Chelsea. And it will be perfect for John Stone because he will get a massive sign-on bonus. He will get a massive, probably a part of what was on in Man City, 150,000 a week. And he will get a 2-year deal. So I can't be wrong, can I? I think that deal will happen without shadow of a doubt. So the other bit of Premier League news. Anthony Taylor has announced his retirement from refereeing. The Englishman has officiated 831 games over 2 decades long. He's officiated in every domestic cup final and bows out at age 47. His last game was Portugal against Spain in the last 6-16 in the FIFA World Cup. You know what? Chelsea will be happy that he's retiring. But you know what? Congratulations, man. I've had no issues with Anthony Taylor at all. And I never had. He was a decent ref. Sometimes I didn't like him. Sometimes I did. I can remember I felt sorry for him really at one point when there was a probably Europa League Cup final when Roma lost, and he had death threats from Roma fans because of Jose Mourinho spoke to him inside the stadium, found him inside the stadium. You could see a video that Jose Mourinho is absolutely verbally abusing Anthony Taylor. And that was shocking. He also, I think at that time, when he was in the airport with his wife or girlfriend, he got abused by fans. So I didn't like that bit. The next transfer room is Chelsea again. Chelsea, as you're aware of, Alessandro Garnacho did not turn up for training last Monday. So Xavi Alonso said, I don't want this player at all. Aston Villa are rumoured to sign him on a loan deal with a condition to buy. They've previously done that with Harvey Elliott, and you know where it turned out. Harvey Elliott were on the bench. No, he wasn't even on the bench. He was not even in the squad. He was in the stands for the whole last season. Because if he played 15 games or something like that, or 20 games for Aston Villa, starting games, or games at all, it would trigger that Aston Villa had to buy him for a certain amount. That's what Liverpool put on the transfer and the loan deal. But Una Emery was not happy with Harvey Elliott, and he didn't want to buy Harvey Elliott. So what did he do? I think Harvey Elliott has played about 11 or 12 games, and then after that, they just put him on the stands throughout the whole year on loan from Liverpool. So Alexander Garnacho is linked with Aston Villa, the 22-year-old, on a loan deal, condition to buy. I don't know why Una Emery is looking at him, really. I can't believe it. I can't believe it because he was booted out at Man United. He's been booted out at Chelsea. So why would Unai Emery want to buy him? I don't get it. Now we're going to the Premier League or any done deals. Morgan Rogers. Chelsea have signed Morgan Rogers for £117 million. He's signed a 6+1 year deal with Chelsea Football Club, as we said on the BTFL Transfer Centre yesterday. He will be joining Chelsea on a pre-season tour in Australia. He's the most highest valued transfer deal this summer. He's beating Elliot Anderson's deal to Man City by $1 million. No wonder. Elliot Anderson were bought from Nottingham Forest to Man City for £116 million. The 23-year-old Morgan Rogers is worth and is being bought from Aston Villa for £117 million, making it the most expensive transfer this transfer window. So his agent is going to be laughing tonight. I can only imagine. You know what? Good luck, Morgan Rogers. He's guaranteed left. He's a guaranteed left. He's guaranteed a first team start. He'll be playing left wing for Chelsea. He was heavily linked with Arsenal. Chelsea came out of the blue. The next rumour with Chelsea are very, very busy at the moment. Alex Scott has turned down a new deal with Bournemouth. And they've also rejected a £64 million deal for Alex Scott yesterday. So Bournemouth have rejected a £64 million bid for Alex Scott. He's also rejected a new contract that Bournemouth have put on the table, and it has at least been on the table for 2 months. He's linked with Arsenal, Man United, Tottenham and Man City. But that's highly unlikely. The 2 clubs that are in the race for Alex Scott is Chelsea, and I can see Tottenham buying Alex Scott. Bournemouth bought him from Bristol City in 2023 for £25 million. So Bournemouth are looking for at least £100 million for Alex Scott. His deal is running out in 2 years' time. So Bournemouth will sell him this summer transfer window, especially after he's rejected a new deal. So last summer, I tell you who Bournemouth have sold. They've sold Dean Howson to Real Madrid, Milos Kerkez to Liverpool, Sabariani and Otararia. And they're also linked of selling Junior Krupi. But they've bought Ryan in January. They also sold in the January transfer window Semenyo to Man City. So they've really cashing in on these players and buying the next young star like Ryan. Do I think Alex Scott is worth 100 million? None at all. Not at all. I don't know. I don't think he's worth 100 million at all. Well, Chelsea will probably pay 100 million for him. And as they spend money with Enzo Fernandez and Caicedo, over 200 million, I can see Chelsea spending over 200 million on Alex Scott and Morgan Rogers. I can see that. So what do y'all lot think? Do you think Liverpool and do you think FSG are looking to sell Liverpool? Do you think Liverpool is up for sale? What do you think about this minority stake that the Mittel family are looking to buy Liverpool Football Club? What do y'all think about Bradley Barcola, Liverpool fans? Will he go to Arsenal or will he go to Liverpool? How much will it cost? Are you happy with Djed Spence being the next Liverpool right back? Let me know in the comments. Let me know in the comments. And do you think Summerville is right for him to join Al Ahly? Or do you think he should have stayed in the Premier League or should have moved to Man United? Let me know all that in the comments. What do you think about Morgan Rogers' done deal for 117 million to Chelsea? Let me know all in the comments. Please comment. Make sure you like. Make sure you subscribe. This is a brand new channel. We need all the support we can. This channel is for the fans, by the fans. And make sure you hype this video. Is another one. See you again tomorrow morning for another BTFL Transfer Centre. Let's go!